where we ready. This is where we start. This is a cleft of willow, which is grown in England, English wild willow, white willow. So they will be trimmed down. You get about 40 from a tree that we grow our own. So that's trimmed down to this block of wood. So this is then put in a kiln to dry out to get the moisture content down. And then once that's been there for about 10 weeks, we take it out and we put a handle in it, which is made of cane, like that, spliced into the wood. And then after that, there's some basic shaping done, and then it's pressed. So the front of the face is rolled 3 tons per square inch, gives you a nice hard face to hit those lovely shots. Once that's done, we start the fine shaping, which is where you create the sort of style of the back, cut the shoulders in, get the pick-up right, the balance, everything you want, and the weight down to the player's desired weight. And then it's sanded to get that lovely smooth finish on drum sanders, and then it's waxed and buffed. That's the only finish it gets, is a thin coat of wax. Once that's all been done, it will then go and have the handle bound with string. So you'll see a wrap of string will go all the way up there to hold that together, and then that's what the rubber grip then goes over. Okay? So then once that's together, it's pretty much a cricket bat and ready to go. It will just have its labels put on, so you can tell who made it and what bat it is, and then you're ready to play.
And do you have any specifications for specific players?
Any specifications, not that I can remember off the top of my head, but most players have their own specific weight and where they like the balance of the bat and the weight. Some like a toe-heavy bat, most like it to pick up lightly. A lot of the subcontinental players like Babar Azam and people like that, they'll be having very light bats, about sort of 2.8, 2.7, 2.8.
Yeah.
Some other players, something like Alistair Cook is using something around £2.10.
£2.10.
Yeah, and that's probably about the weight range from about 2.7 to about £2.10. Some people like heavier, and some people would like lighter, but they're very hard to find.
Do you have any Indian players contract?
Indian players not at the moment.
I know Karun Nair used to be.
Yes. Indian players are harder to get.
And if you can talk about these edges, because I know there is a specific ICC restriction.
Yes, so the size of the bat and the edges, the spine, the edges and the width are all controlled. And we have a special gauge that you basically have to pass over the bat. I don't have it with me, but it goes over like that. So that judges these sizes here and here, and that is the maximum. Now most bats that players are using are actually narrower than the gauge, because they can gain a little bit, lose a bit of weight there without losing too much performance. And then also some have a much shorter toe. They cut the toe off, and that takes more weight off, improves the pickup, because they're not really batting in the same stance anymore. It's more like this, more upright, so they don't need it to reach the ground.
And if you talk about your international level bat, how durable it is?
So an international level bat, like the ones the guys are using out today's Ashes, they're like really high performance pieces of equipment. It's almost like a Formula 1 racing car. So you're pushing the materials as far as you can get them to get the most out of them. So they don't last as long as maybe the bats that you sell in shops and things like that. Although you can get a top level bat in the shop, the middle level bats will last a lot longer because they're not as high performance. But most players would say you get about 200 to 400 runs out of a bat.
400 runs for one bat?
Some longer, some less. It's very hard to judge, but on average, that's what players would feedback. But it can vary. It's a natural material, and really it's very hard to tell and to say one thing is going to behave like another. But definitely the guys out there that are using their bats, they won't last as long as maybe the mid-range bats that you're buying. But then that's the kind of trade-off. You're buying performance rather than longevity.
And finally, in this era of T20 especially, there is 100 also in the UK. Do you get any requirement for the players that they need specific batters for T20, like we have seen mongoose batters in the past?
Not really. I would say, I think we thought that would happen, but really batsmen and batters, like women batters as well, are very similar in the fact that they just want the same bat. They don't like change. They like to feel comfortable at the crease. The only player I can remember making a different bat for T20 was back in the day was Luke Wright.
Oh, okay.
England and Sussex, and he had for T20 he had a bat that was 2 ounces heavier, and that was the difference.
Thank you for explaining to us, and much appreciated.
Absolute pleasure. Have a good day.